Tata Motors, beaten down, now riding on the bull. Welcome. Today we are sharing thoughts about one of India's outstanding businesses, a flagship from the Tata stable, a company that revolutionized commute in the early 21st century by introducing the poor man's car to Indians. Yes, you guessed it right. It is Tata Motors, formerly known as Tata Engineering and Locomotives Company. Tata Motors began its journey in Bangalore. We had the opportunity of using these Tata Benz buses. At that time in Tamil Nadu, due to their contract with Ashok Leyland, their buses used to be from Leyland. We can see the sleekness that the Tata Benz buses had. It used to be unique. Then manufacturing moves up with heavy commercial vehicles coming in 1983, followed by 407 trucks, which became the icon for trucks in India. Most of you will be knowing of this brand. People used to just call it as 407 rather than a Tata truck or just a truck, like how we used to call copier as Xerox. In 1991, he marks his presence by taking the company into the passenger vehicle segment, launched Sierra. Owned by most of the celebrities of those times, followed by Estate, which again gets mocked, stating a car in a truck body, while this product went on to become popular on its own way. Sumo comes in 1994, another top-rated SUV of those times. In 1995, Tata Motors brings in the three-pointed star Mercedes to India. Last 1 year returns from multi-bagger stocks in the markets today. Adani Greens 860%, Alkalamines 230%, Dhanuka Pesticides 140%, Deepak Nitrate 110%, Afle 100%. Would you want to have such kind of stocks in your portfolio? Learn what to buy, why buy, when to buy, how much to buy and when to sell through our beginner's course on stock market investing. To register your seat for the upcoming batch, click on the link below. 1998 was a revolutionary year for Tata Motors, where Maruti was selling small cars. Indica, the first fully indigenously designed passenger car, gets launched. The ad for the car goes like this: December 98, the end of the year and the end of the small car. Indica was launched as more car per car. Pictures showed it big. Bookings went on for several months, while post the launch, company struggled to meet both ends. Tata Motors offered to sell their passenger vehicle segment to Ford. Ford rejected. Industry went on to criticize Tata Motors for the decision to design and sell a new car. Later, company proved every critic wrong by making Indica one of Indian automobile history's best-selling cars. Tata Motors goes international by acquiring Daewoo in 2004, launched Daewoo trucks in India. In 2009, with grand fanfare and news flow, Nano becomes one of India's best product failures. In a growing economy, a vision to create a poor man's car was wrong. Then comes a significant chapter in Tata Motors history: acquisition of Jaguar Land Rover from Ford. It was a sweet revenge for Ford, and this acquisition was very good for Tata Motors. When the demand in the domestic market went into a slump, JLR sales world over kept the cash registers ringing. Soon, it had a challenge. Being dependent on China for the full demand, where 50% demand dropped, Brexit and disruption in fuel technology brought further challenges. Tata Motors had to write down 25,000 crores of investment in this venture. As international business started losing, domestic came with developments. With a slew of product launches like Tiago, Tigor, Nexon, Harrier and Altroz made Tata Motors get ready for its next journey. Company launched its first electric SUV in Nexon and brought out India's first 5-star safety car. Tata Motors is all set for the next boom. Company lists at 265th position on the Fortune Global 500 list of world's most giant corporations. I can hear the voice going on in your mind saying that enough of boasting about the company. We have invested in the stock and have been bleeding in all sides. Talk about what's happening in Tata Motors stock. Business. Though business has been growing, Tata Motors has turned to losses, has accumulated 40,000 crores of losses in the last 2 years. Writing off investments has shaved off their reserves. On earnings rank, where we track about 680 companies on the profit growth and rank them, Tata Motors ranks at 1.9%. That is, only about 12 companies are more bad than Tata Motors in that list. There is no more space left for the company to go down. While there is good news, losses are being reduced. The September 20 quarterly result has come out with 10.72% growth in its profit. You can see on the roads, out of 10 cars that is playing on the roads, 2 are from the Tata Motors stable. Post-COVID, there is a significant revival expected in the economy, which should push commercial vehicle demand, where Tata Motors has a significant fair share in the market. Investors. All these smart investors have trimmed their exposure in Tata Motors. And a point to note here, almost all of them paid a heavy price for their overstay in the stock. As the stock climbed south from its peak of 600 rupees per share in 2016 to 60 rupees per share in 2020, all these segments shed tears. While there is something unique happening in this space now, retail investors have mopped up Tata Motors shares in the last 1 year, and that is the period where Tata Motors share bottomed out. It feels so very happy to know that retail investors have made a perfect decision. If they hold on to their positions, they can make excellent gains in the coming years. Future. Like a thrown up ball that cannot keep going up for an infinite period, company stocks also follow a same pattern. Tata Motors stock zip 150% from 2012 to 2016. Post its high, the stock hit the bottom and has formed a perfect pattern on the charts. There is a perfect bullish pattern which has more than 80% probability of having a big upside from here. Get ideas on buying and selling opportunities in stocks by joining our group, where we have discussions happening continuously on stocks and mutual funds. To join the group, send a WhatsApp message to the contact given at the end of the video. Tata Motors management has now decided to reduce their debt, and their new products are market favorites, and economy is about to turn around. The stage is all set for Tata Motors to retake its uphill journey. Opportunities. Tata Motors gives every kind of investors an opportunity to make money. It is a beautiful stock for investors and traders. If you are looking for a longer period of holding, yes, this stock qualifies for a long journey. It is already turned around, only that it is hitting small road bumps. Oh, very soon that rough patch will get over. Looking for lifetime or dividend yield purposes, in our experience, Tata Motors, though having 75 years of history, it has lost its shine to be part of a lifetime portfolio. Even for dividends, it can have challenges in its regularity. So, we would not be interested in adding this stock into our lifetime portfolio or for dividend yield purposes. So, Tata Motors is at the right place for investment, not for lifetime holdings or dividend yield purposes. Enjoy making money on your investment as the people around our country enjoy driving their new cars from Tata Motors.